Hello everyone, traditionally it's me Paolo and today we'll be talking about FiiO FP3. It's company's first in-ear planar magnetic earphones and they utilized here their in-house developed 14.5mm planar magnetic driver with ultra-thin diaphragm, and on top of that they've added some of their technical expertise in terms of sound tuning. Also, they created good design and other stuff like that, but as you can see by the index, they decided to release first model in the pretty affordable segment. And price for the FP3 is about $80–90, which makes it twice more interesting. So let's have a closer look and see what we are getting here. Looks like by FiiO's scale, $90 is not a budget segment, because here they used full featured box with nice polygraphy made of cardboard. You can see there is a sticker that my version is rosewood one, but as usual no specifications printed here, so let's go inside of the box. On top, as usual, quick start guide, and actually traditionally we've got earpieces themselves on top and something heavy, so some case will be here. My bet is that it will be that transparent box with Lego top. So yeah, I was right. Here they are. Actually nice box, especially if you have a lot of FiiO gear, different earphones, you can easily stack it. And here we go inside of this box. Some stickers to write. If you have a lot of earphones, you can put this part here. Let me... What? So not here. Yeah, sorry. My bad. You can put it inside. Yeah, inside, and write what model you have, and some sets of tips. Not the best bags, because they have traces. So gray tips with blue centers, and let's go inside of this bag carefully, because I want to preserve them. Just regular black tips. So no fancy things like MMCX removal tool or something like that, but in general basic accessory set is present here and it's pretty okay. Design is fancy and unusual. It's fancy if you look from the face plates, because this combination of wood face plates with FiiO's logo, and you can see that it's real wood. Both faceplates have different texture, nice, well polished with 3D effect, and with this gold ring around, it looks, in my opinion, pretty fancy. But if you turn them to other side, begins this unusual part, because you can see that faceplate actually has totally different shape compared to the earpiece itself. And earpiece made to be ergonomic, and it's good bad. It's definitely fitting good into ears, at least into mine ears. Of course, I can't say about anyone's ears. You can see this really long spout, so it gives a pretty deep insertion and slightly above average passive sound isolation. There is a lip for holding the tips and protective grill, and everything is made of metal, and this inner part looks pretty fancy. Like 5-7 years ago we had such designs in the top of the line segment. But at the same time you can see that earpiece looks like created from two different parts, like ergonomic internal one, and outside we having this nice looking faceplate. Interesting idea. I like it, but of course, it's a matter of subjective taste. So let's put a tip back. Cables, of course, made replaceable, and here used 2-pin connector. So that's why they didn't have MMCX removal tool, because it's a 2-pin connector. Pretty nice, good connector with grip. Actually, you can grab here. They have some grooves and to grab and pull it, and fitting tightly. There are ear hooks formed. Of course, no memory wire. It's time to forget that some time ago we had ear hooks with memory wire effect. And cable itself, I'd say average in terms of softness. It's not hard, but it's not like that tinsel-like, or I don't know, super soft, super flexible cable. This time it looks like it was selected based on acoustic performance. Pretty nice, interesting color. There is a slight microphonic noise, but thanks to these ear hooks, it's reduced pretty noticeably. There is a splitter with chin slider, and after the splitter it goes braided with 4 cables down to angled connector. As you can see, no modular cable, no replaceable jacks or something like that. But in general, I like design. In my opinion, it's pretty rad. When it comes to the sound, actually, the representation is kind of close to what we expect from planar magnetic drivers. It's pretty technical, focused on fast transients, focused on speed. But FiiO did a few tricks to make sound not monitoring and make it more musical. So let's talk about everything step by step. So bass here tuned or tweaked with FiiO's patented technology of Tesla valve. They have illustration on their website. They use this technology for few earphones already, so this model is not an exception, and that gives them a more balanced bass signature. Bass is still fast, pretty punchy, deep, it's accented, but at the same time it's not the amount of low frequencies we getting with some dynamic drivers. Weight is present here, but not that much. But at the same time, we getting really fast punch when it's necessary, and we getting good bass layering and a lot of small nuances and details. So, you know, like halfway between balanced armature bass and the dynamic driver. Something like that. Probably I'd say it best of both worlds, but it's best for me, of course. If you like more weight, if you like bold, warm bass, probably here it will be a bit on the faster side of things. And if you like super fast transients, also it will be a bit more weighty and a bit slower than you expect. But to my ears, it's pretty natural, rich with small nuances and details, and good with both electronic music with synthesized low frequencies and more natural instruments with a lot of overtones. So, first example, it's Massive Attack, Inertia Creeps. I like Massive Attack, I like their multi-layered approach to the low frequencies, and these earphones deliver it really well. Probably I'd prefer a bit more bass in terms of quantity here, but sorry, I like that these earphones separate these layers of low frequencies and deliver them in audible manner. And another track, it's Hatler, Someone Alive, also closer to electronic music, but nicely recorded, with bold bass and with good contrast between the bass line and mid frequencies and treble. And these earphones are great in representing this contrast. Of course, they are absolutely coherent and bass transitions really well into mid frequencies. Mids are slightly recessed, but thanks to the overall technical performance of planars, mids doesn't sound like veiled or something like that. Also, there is almost no coloration of mid frequencies by bass, typical for some dynamic driver earphones. Here we're having faster driver, and that gives us nice transition and clean mids. And also these earphones require really well recorded material because there is no attempts to highlight dynamics or add additional weight. So with poorly recorded material, they can be lacking a bit of weight, emotions and stuff like that. But of course, with good recorded tracks, you're getting great amount of nuances and details. Imaginary stage is pretty spacious, especially in width. Depth is also good, but width is even better. It's maybe not the maximum, but noticeably above average in this price tier. So I like how they position instruments and build everything. With these earphones, of course, you can experiment with different remasters and stuff like that. There is an accent on the upper mids to make everything spicier, but it's not too much because mids are also already pretty forward, okay, sorry, not forward, pretty detailed, and that spike in the upper mids doesn't give you pseudo detalization effect, it just gives a bit more energy and a bit more presence for the female vocals, distorted guitars and stuff like that. So let's see examples. First one is Doreen Smith, Road 66, good, well-recorded track with great vocal. So, well-recorded track with great vocal, nice accompanying instruments, also pretty well-recorded bass, and everything is represented here nicely on, maybe not on purely audiophilic level, but I like this representation with this track slightly more than typical dynamic drivers and hybrids of this segment, because you definitely getting separated instruments, but at the same time they doesn't sound like absolutely separated. And second example, it's Yes, Roundabout, or as everyone knows it, that song from JoJo. And it's Steven Wilson remix, that introduction really great, and then starts the part everyone knows with bass line, with guitars, vocal, and also these earphones show themselves really well on this part because they represent everything with good amount of separation, but at the same time all group sounds coherent and together, so they don't split everything into tiny slices. Treble is accented, pretty energetic, but not overdone, at least to my taste. If you're sensitive for the treble, it could be a bit too much but for you, but it's a matter of subjective tastes. For me, it's a decent amount with good clarity, nice airness, proper distribution of energy, not too much, not too shouty, but at the same time with a good amount of overtones, both basic and advanced. There is a slight hint of basic layering here, which is pretty good for this price tier. So in general, I like representation of treble with proper attacks and decays. Another strong side of the planars. Treble is not super extended, but above average overall, and that gives a good sense of naturalness, especially for the timbre-rich instruments. First example, it's Miles Davis, 1 and 1. Lot of different percussion in the left and the right channel, going here and there, and all that on top of the main line. And thanks to the good technical performance of these earphones, you can hear everything with good amount of nuances. And my favorite performer for treble testing, Sting, Sister Moon. Lot of percussions, lot of instrument overtones, and actually for this price I'm more than satisfied with these earphones. Compared to something much more expensive, of course, they lack layering, but for this price, I'd say that treble here is pretty impressive, especially if you like when it's not softened, when it's not hidden or something like that. So to summarize everything, nice technical performance, but at the same time, FiiO did few tweaks to that allows these earphones to remain not monitoring, not dry, and play everything in technical way, but at the same time not overly natural or clinical. Speaking about the conversions, actually I don't recall a lot of models in this price segment I've tested recently, and I mean planar magnetic, so few reference points. FiiO JH5, it's actually they have some similarity in representation, but JH5 is more fun, more engaging, with more weight and more focus on the micro contrast in the treble. Treble is a bit lightweight, so this one is a bit closer to the probably dynamic drivers in terms of coherence, but fast dynamic drivers. FiiO's FP3, actually, I'd probably, sorry, not FP3, FD3 dynamic drivers. I'd say that I like this model more. It has some similarity with FD3, but at the same time being a bit more technical with better stage. So I'd say that it can be an option for upgrade from FD3, but at least to my taste. JD7 is a more energetic, slightly less refined, but actually, if you like more aggressive representation, and with more bass, you can enjoy JD7. In terms of pairings, actually they don't require something super powerful, but at the same time some good dongle, like at least FiiO KA13 or better KA15 will be a good plus for them. They will pair well together nicely, giving good control and nice representation. So it was FiiO's debut in planar magnetic in ear segment, and I'd say that it's a really good first step. I'm looking forward to see what FiiO will do in, I don't know, FP5, FP7, 9, not sure. But this model is really good for those who want technical, but at the same time still musical representation. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and of course have a great day.